The beginning of my journey started when I'm 5 years old, as what I remember as a child. I born in a very poor family. My mother, my father was living in a slum, and I have two sisters. And my father was alcoholic. So finally, my father, my mother left. They got separate. I have a stepfather, and my stepfather who used to hit me a lot. I began to work when I was 5 years old in the tea shop in the north of Bombay, Malad, for 2 rupees per day for 10 to 12 hours. That 2 rupees feeding my family. But that working, the way I was working in a tea shop on that street was very hard for me, because I used to bring the tea to the factory and the factory people used to make fun. Or when I used to break the glass, my tea boss used to peel my ear. I used to tell my mother, "Ma, my ear is paining. I don't want to go to work." But my mother said, "You have to get strong and you have to work." Finally, the time came one day, running with the tea and glass on the street, going to the factory bringing the tea, and I fall. I was playing. So I fall, I broke all the glasses. All the tea was on the floor. I got so afraid, you cannot imagine how afraid I was. I didn't know what to do. I cannot go home, I cannot go to factory, I cannot go to tea shop. Where I go? I run. Run. Arrive to Malad railway station. And that 5 years, Amin, start running. Today I'm 35 years old and still running in my life. That running brought me to station. When I arrived to railway station of in the North Mumbai, Malad, I start to see many children. Some children begging, some children doing boot polish, some children singing in the train, some children pick up food from the garbage. I could not imagine what I should do. Many people came and asked me, "Where is your mother? Where is your father?" I could not talk with anybody because I was in a shock and afraid what to do. I began to live in railway station from that day onwards for 3 years. In that 3 years, you cannot imagine what could not happen. First thing, I learned how to beg. Second thing, I learned how to pick up the food from the different garbage, different places. I did wood polish. I sing in the train. I was a very bad singer, still today. But not only that, in that 3 years, you can imagine, the first night, second night, somebody come and rape me. I have no idea why that person doing, what he is getting. All I knew, I have pain, I have difficult. I could not understand why he doing. My trust was going away from people. Thanks again to Sister Seraphine, who brought us to Sneha Sadan. I didn't know what was Sneha Sadan. Sneha Sadan is run by Jesuit in Mumbai and is for the street children only. And there are more than, when I came to Sneha Sadan, there were more than 420 children. Now maybe 225 or 230 children. But in those days, I couldn't imagine. There was one home, it exists in Mumbai, one of the most beautiful home ever I have seen. But before coming to Sneha Sadan, you can imagine, I almost killed Sister Seraphine. And today, if I am whatever I am today, here, sitting here talking to you, is all because of Sneha Sadan. Well, very important person I would like to introduce to my life today, how I become what I become. That one person who is more than my friend, more than my father, more than the best boss ever I have met in my life, is Eustace Fernandez. Eustace Fernandez was a very famous artist in Bombay who has created the girl Amul, Atli Batli. It created by Eustace Fernandez. And he used to live in Bandra. I began to work with him as a driver, as Man Friday. I used to clean, cook, drive for him. When I start working with him, I don't speak English at all. And he speaks so beautiful English and live in a very good society. And when I went to him to work with him, I supposed to work only 6 months, but I worked with him for 13 years. How can I work 13 years? There is a reason. I begin to realize the life is different, not the life what I was living. My change came is because of Eustace. When I came to start working with Eustace, I realized the world what I was living, that was not the world. The world is this. My coffee shop will be called Bombay to Barcelona, Library Cafe. And this is Library Cafe. The reason is We'll keep the books, we'll keep the events. Like people can come and give a nice talk. People can give different activities. Like we can come, like it's like a social network. So where we build the good social people, social cause, where people want to do a social thing. So we can do acting or whatever they want to do, whatever they like to do, art, or they want to talk, they want to discuss about the book, they want to have discussion about anything. So this coffee shop is not just a coffee shop, it's a library cafe. And in this coffee shop, all the workers from Snehasadan, girls and boys, whoever working, nobody receive the high salary than others. Everybody receive equal salary. Even me, nobody is the boss in my coffee shop. Everybody, what we are trying to teach is to be responsible. What is your job? So everybody receive equal salary. So everybody has the equality. Not one person have more and the other person less. That's what I don't like. So this is what my objective. Another things, all the people who has been helping me to build this coffee shop is not from here. From here maybe 10. But 80% people who are helping me is from Spain and France. You know, all my dream team who had nothing to do with my world, we had nothing to do with this dream. They came every day stronger and stronger and trying to help me. For last 3 days, I start begging on the street. I go with the flyer. Hello sir, I'm opening the coffee shop in Bombay for everybody. Please can you give me a bag? So I'm begging 1 rupees, 2 rupees from the street. Why? Because no bank giving me a loan. Every bank asking 12.5, 13.5, 14.5. Mafia asking me, black money asking me 1.5. How can I get this money? From where I'm going to get? All the book money, whatever I have sold the book, whatever people have give donation, all the money is there. But it's not enough to buy wood. Why? Because the property becomes so high in Bombay. How I'm going to buy the place? The reason I have written this book is to build this coffee shop in Bombay. So this coffee shop run by street children like me, the children who can't be like me or can't be like you. Okay, Snehasadan orphanage give them the education, give them the home. What happened when they go out, 19, 20? Where do they go? Who stand by them? So I want my coffee shop stand by them so they can get a job, they can get home, they can get education, they can get shelter, they can do job what they want, not what you want. This is what I'm working and this is what my objective. So I hopefully I'll be successful to open this coffee shop end of this year.